Welcome, friends, to Crazy Women Country, where women's voices matter. We bring you the greatest female voices in the music industry, from the artists, songwriters, and producers, to managers and executives, and all the women who make the music industry what it is today. Thank you for joining us. Hey, friends. Today we're going to explore the remarkable life and career of Jean Shepard, a country music legend whose trailblazing contributions not only reshaped the genre, but also paved the way for future generations of female artists. Shepard's 6-decade-long career was filled with groundbreaking moments and achievements, all of which helped to dismantle many of the barriers women faced in country music industry. Let's dive into her incredible journey and the powerful impact she had on the world of music. Jean Shepard burst onto the country music scene in early 1950s, a time when the industry was dominated by male voices. But her debut single, A Dear John Letter in 1953, changed everything. This duet with Ferlin Husky wasn't just a hit, it was a game changer. Selling over 1 million copies, it made Shepard the first female country artist to reach this milestone. This achievement was significant because it proved that a woman in country music could achieve the same, if not more success than her male counterparts. In 1955, only 2 years after her breakout success, Shepard made history again by becoming one of the first women to join the prestigious Grand Ole Opry. At the time, the Opry was essentially the heartbeat of country music, and it had been a male-dominated institution. By earning a place there, Shepard showed that women could hold their own in this highly competitive space. It wasn't just about performing. Becoming an Opry member meant Jean had earned the respect of her peers in the industry, which was no small feat in the 1950s. This recognition opened up doors for other female artists, as it sent a clear message: women belong on the biggest stages in the country. This membership provided a platform for Shepard to influence younger generations of women in country music for decades to come. One of Shepard's lesser known, yet incredibly impactful contributions to country music was her extensive touring during a time when it was considered unusual for women to tour alone or lead their own shows. Jean Shepard, however, wasn't interested in being confined by the industry's traditional gender roles. She took the road, proving that women could headline tours and pull in large audiences without relying on male counterparts. This independence was groundbreaking. While most female artists of the time played supporting roles, Shepard blazed her own trail as a lead performer. Her success on the road helped change perception in the industry about female artists, showing that women were just as capable of drawing crowds and selling out venues as men were. In many ways, Jean paved the way for future female touring giants like Dolly Parton, Shania Twain, and Miranda Lambert. Jean Shepard was not just breaking barriers with her presence. She also did it with her music in the 1960s. Shepard began recording songs that explored themes of female independence and empowerment long before these ideas became mainstream. Songs like The Root of All Evil, 1964, and Second Fiddle to an Old Guitar in 1964 were both statements, especially in a genre that often regulated women to more submissive traditional roles. Her career wasn't just notable for its early success, it was remarkable for its longevity. Jean Shepard stayed active in the country music world for over 60 years, continuing to release music and perform long after many of her contemporaries had retired. This was especially significant in an industry where women often faced a much shorter career trajectory than men. Her continued presence and influence over such a long period sent a strong message. Women didn't have to disappear after a certain age or after reaching a certain milestone. Shepard's ability to adapt, evolve, and thrive through different areas of country music inspired future artists to build careers on their own terms, without succumbing to the pressures of ageism or fading into the background. In 2011, Jean Shepard was inducted into the Country Music Hall of Fame, an honor that solidified her as one of the all-time greats. This recognition was not only a testament to her talent, but also to the profound impact she had on the industry. By the time of her induction, Shepard had paved the way for countless women who followed in her footsteps. The Country Music Hall of Fame acknowledged Shepard's pioneering spirits and her role as the trailblazer who helped expand opportunities for women in country music. Today, when we celebrate the success of artists like Carrie Underwood, Casey Musgraves, Maren Morris, we are also celebrating Jean Shepard's legacy. Throughout her career, Jean Shepard didn't just focus on her own success. She also mentored and inspired future female artists. Her work helped shape the careers of several country music icons, including those who looked up to her for breaking the mold. Women like Reba McEntire, Miranda Lambert, and even Dolly Parton have credited Shepard for paving the way and making their own successful stories possible. Her legacy isn't just the songs she sang or the records she sold. It's in the inspiration she provided to future generations of women who dared to dream big in the face of a male-dominated industry. To wrap up, Jean Shepard wasn't just a country music star. She was a pioneer who broke the barriers, challenged norms, made it possible for women in country music to thrive. From selling over 1 million records with a Dear John letter to become one of the first women in the Grand Ole Opry, to recording feminist-leaning songs and touring on her own terms, Shepard's contributions forever changed the landscape of country music. Her induction to the Country Music Hall of Fame and her lasting influence on future generations solidified her place as one of the most important figures in country music history. Without Jean Shepard, the path for women in country music today would look very different. Thank you for joining us, and I hope you join us next week when we explore Patsy Cline. If you enjoyed today's episode of Crazy Women Country, don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Be sure to click the subscribe button for new interviews weekly. And thank you, friends, for joining us today on Crazy Women Country, where women's voices matter.